Hi fellow crafters! Today I want to show you an unusual project idea for using your Changing Leaves bundle. This project will allow you to express your creativity and also help get you organized. Bonus! If this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, you probably haven't seen the Changing Leaves bundle. So let me show you that first. We've got this really super cool stamp set. We've got a coordinating embossing folder, and then we have a set of dies. So all three of these products are really well coordinated together so that you can use them on cards and other projects. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to use this bundle today. I've got this piece of the Full of Life Designer Series paper. Love, love, love this pack now. When I first won it at Stampin' Up's event earlier this year, I was really underwhelmed. But now I see the power of the colors and designs, and I'm completely hooked. I've got this large die, and what I want to do is lay it down on this Designer Series paper, and I'm going to die cut it out over at my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm going to separate the die from the paper, and for my project, I want to use this die cut piece. Now, these two I'm going to save for future projects, and I'm also going to use the leftover paper in just a minute. But first, I want to bring in my embossing folder, and I am going to lay this die cut piece down on the matching image inside the embossing folder. I'm going to close it up, and I'm going to go back to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I'm going to emboss this. All right, here we go. Ooh, that side's pretty too, isn't it? All right, and there it is. That piece is done and ready for my special project today. Now, also in the die pack is this little die. And what I want to do is take this leftover piece of Designer Series paper, and I want to go back to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I want to die cut out several of these leaves to also use on my special project. So I will do that, and I'll be back in a bit. All right, I'm back, and I've die cut out several leaves. I have a few more off to the side. And as you might be able to tell from the Designer Series paper that I used to die cut this leaf out, I actually went into my stash of leftover Designer Series paper and found additional bits and pieces of the Full of Life paper that I had hanging around. And I die cut out a few different colors as well to use on my project. So let me show you that now. So this is my journal. I used to use pre-printed organizers for a long time. You know, I never found one that matched my needs. There were always some pages I didn't use, or I didn't like the layout of the pages, or it was just too black and white. So then I switched to electronic organizers when they became all the rage. And actually, I liked them even less because they weren't creative at all, and they weren't colorful enough for me. They almost felt like drudgery, like work, instead of like fun. And then I stumbled across bullet journaling, and I was hooked. So here's my August cover page. Here's why I love bullet journaling. I can keep track of my weekly to-do list, my appointments, and my reminders. What I love about it most is that I can customize each monthly or weekly layout the way I want to. And I can use my supplies and my colors, and I can even change them from month to month. Let me show you a previous. Here's my May pages. So you can see that I've used different colors. You'll see in a moment I've got a different layout for August. And I used my Stampin' supplies to make me really excited to look at my journal pages each day. I also have used my bullet journal in the past as a tracker for my goals or habits. For example, when I really wanted to do a daily workout, I would mark that. I would do a check mark each day for my daily workout, and so on. So you can customize a bullet journal for what you want, for your needs, and for your crafting inspiration. Most importantly, I think about bullet journals is that it really is about your personal expression. So here is my cover page for August. And then I've decided to try a different layout for my weeklies. Hopefully you can see that. So here's my first week, my second week, my third week, and my fourth week. And actually there's a few days left over. I guess there's 5 weeks in August because September 1st is a Sunday. So what I'm going to do is use my die cuts, my Full of Life die cuts and the changing leaves, and I am going to decorate my journal pages using these die cuts. So what I'm going to do is, I really like these colors. I'm going to do it like that. And I'm going to use some multi-purpose liquid glue. Now here's what you need to know about multi-purpose liquid glue. If you use a lot of it, when you're attaching your die cuts to your journal page, it might wrinkle a little bit and it might show on the back side or on the next page. That doesn't bother me so much because I love the colors and the textures and everything. If it bothers you, you might not want to use a liquid glue. You would try and find a glue that better suits your needs. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to decorate all of my pages, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, let's have a walk through my August bullet journal pages. So here's my cover page. Here's the first week. Here's the second week, and I like that I have this space here should I decide to add another box. Not sure yet what that would be about, but you never know. Here's my third week. Here's my fourth week, and again, that leaves me this narrow column should I decide to add another box. And then here's my final week. Now I did say I wasn't going to use the other 2 leaves from that big die, but I really liked this one and I liked it in combination with the other 2 smaller leaves. So, but we're not done yet. I have purchased, oh gosh, a few years ago, these Crayola Super Tip markers, and I really like them for my bullet journals, and here's why. They don't bleed through the pages when I use them. I will say that our Stampin' Blends and our Stampin' Write markers do bleed through journal pages. Now, this journal page has very thick, a thick weight of page. If you want to know what bullet journal I use most often, just ask me in the comments under this video and I'm happy to share which one this is. I don't endorse one or over another. I think it's really personal preference. But I will say no matter which bullet journal type I use, our Stampin' Blends and Stampin' Write markers do bleed through, but these Crayola markers don't. So I pulled out 4 of the colors, and what I'm going to do is stop the video and I'm going to add some color to my journal, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the final product. Back in a moment. I ended up adding 2 more greens into the mix to match my leaves, and here is the final product. So no changes to my cover page, but I used my Crayola Super Tip markers to add some corresponding colors to each week's layout. And I love how it turned out. If you want more information on bullet journaling, and if you want to see a list of the supplies and the measurements I used, I will link to my blog article in the description box under this video. You can head over to my blog and you can get all the information you need, including some more information about bullet journaling and how you can make each week and month creative to suit your taste. I'm Terry. I am nuts about stamping. I'll see you at the next video. Bye for now.